Hey guys, so I sat down with my coffee and I was just thinking about maybe telling a little story or something instead of just sitting here and drinking my coffee and sitting in silence and playing with my cats. One of my cats is right behind the camera. Oh my god. Get down. Okay. Anyway, I was just going to maybe share a story from my high school years. It has to do with lookism and bullying and stuff like that. So I guess, if you were bullied in high school, trigger warning. This story actually happened to both me and one of my friends at the time. So I think it was sophomore year of high school. It may have been junior year, but I'm pretty sure it was sophomore year. I had a group of friends in high school that were very unconventional, I would say, in my opinion. Very unconventional and not what I would like to call like popular or anything like that. I mean, not like that really matters in the grand scheme of things, but in the context of high school, it did matter because that meant that we were targets for a lot of like bullying and just, like jokes and things like that. So this one particular day, I remember I have this friend, I'm not going to say her name, we're not really friends anymore or anything. I haven't talked to her since before I graduated, actually. And so she was a very sweet person. She really didn't have a mean bone in her body. She was very quiet. She was... Excuse you. She's very quiet, very soft-spoken, very nice person, and that's why we were friends, because she was really nice, and we got along really well, and we had, like, similar interests. Back then, I was into anime and stuff like that. So at lunch, me and my, like, little group of friends were all sitting, and one of the biggest problems with being... Hold on just a second. Stop it. Stop. My cat is annoying me. Yes. She wants my attention. But you can't have it all the time. One of the biggest problems with being in a group that would be considered, unconventional is that you are a target. And unfortunately, on this day, we were sitting in lunch and we were all just kind of like talking about things and stuff. And for some reason, there was this guy who like came up to us. And I had noticed that he was like eyeing us. I had noticed like from the side that him and his friends were like, he was a senior, I'm pretty sure. And he was like looking at us like, and sort of laughing about it, like whispering, laughing and stuff. And for some reason, I see him get up and come over to us, and I'm like, because I'm pretty much used to people being assholes to me, so I didn't know what was about to happen. I had no idea, like, what he was gonna come over and try to do. So this dude comes over, and he, like, looks at my friend straight to her face, and I'm, like, afraid that he's going to, like, harass her or something, just because, like, he was that type of person. So what he does is he, like, looks at her, and he's just like, hey, blank, do you want to go to prom with me? And, like, he just busted out laughing. And my friend was, like, completely speechless. She was just, like, sitting there like a deer in headlights look. And I remember just, like, going, oh my god, like, what the fuck is wrong with... Excuse my language. What the hell is wrong with people? It was just, like, the most disgusting thing that had happened to any of us at that point. And it's not like we were used to people just coming up out of nowhere and saying that. Usually it was more subtle than that. That was like the most unsubtle thing that had ever happened to us. Like, he just really jumped in there and went on her, like, and then he just started laughing. He just started laughing about it. And so she starts getting teary-eyed, and the rest of us, we're all just like comforting her, like, oh my god, that's like fucking, that was the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe someone would actually do something like that. And we all knew anyway that it was going to be a joke because he had a girlfriend anyway. So it's like, why would you go and ask someone out? Why would you go and ask someone out when you have a girlfriend? It obviously doesn't make any sense, does it? No. It makes literally no sense. And this dude is literally just laughing it up with his friends over there, and I'm just sitting here like I can't believe that just happened. And then the thought crossed my mind, like, that could happen to me too. That just happened to my friend. It could happen to me. Like, I'm in that threshold of, you know, this is like a possibility now. I didn't even think that, I just thought that shit happened in movies. No, apparently it happens in real life, where assholes come up to vulnerable people and they just shit all over them for no apparent reason. I mean, I get it, it's high school, it's whatever, but people are really that immature to do that. I mean, this person was like 18 years old, coming up to a little kid, like a 14, 15-year-old, maybe 16, and just pretend asking them out like a fucking child. I don't know. That was a whole situation. And that friend specifically, I remember her being very avoidant and quiet after that, like for like days and days. She was just very defeated, and I understand exactly why. If something like that happened to me, it would be very traumatizing. And the thing is, like, I try to stay out of people's way for the most part, and she tried to stay out of people's way for the most part, but it just doesn't really, bullying doesn't discriminate, really. Like, I mean, our group was very strange, like a little weird, backwards, whatever you want to call it, but there's no reason for that to ever happen. There's no reason for a guy or anyone to do that to a girl, and that was always one of my biggest fears, that would happen to me, even if I didn't like the person. Like, you know, they just come up to you and they say some dumb shit like that, and then everyone's laughing. So embarrassing. I could, like, you know, that has to still bother her to this day. I haven't asked her about it or anything. I don't want to, like, bring that back up. But for me, that would bug me to this very day. It would absolutely bug me. So, man, I need to drink my coffee. Anyway, so yeah, that's my, like, terrifying story time from high school, where one of my friends was just fake assed out, and it happened apparently a lot. Apparently it wasn't uncommon at all for it to happen at my school, because everyone's an asshole. And I can't sit here and understand why you would ever want to do something like that to someone. It's just, doing that has never crossed my mind. Fake asking someone out and then laughing in their face in front of everyone at a lunch table. I wonder how that dude feels now. I wonder if he even remembers it, because I've heard that, like, people who bully other people don't even remember that they were bullies. They just kind of remember it as like a joke. So I don't know. He was a dick, and I felt bad for her, and she deserves a lot better than that. I hope that, even though I'm not, like, in contact with her anymore, I hope that she, you know, that she's, like, found some happiness, because I know at that time she was very in her shell, kind of like I was. And, God, I am so sorry. My cats are just wild in the morning. I don't know why they get like that. I have 4 cats inside, and they're all, like, crazy, running around like tornadoes. You come here. Come here. They don't want to come here. I want to show you them on camera, but yeah, that's why there's a bunch of noise in the background, because I can't stop them from being insane. Anyway, yeah, that's my little story time right now. Got my coffee, got that story. I mean, take that as you will. I mean, you know, bullying does happen, and the fact is it can be just as bad as what you see in the movie sometimes. Maybe like the way that they say it isn't like as witty. Usually it's just like really stupid ways that they do it, but you know, for the most part, yeah, I would say that it does happen. And especially when you're not someone considered like super hot or whatever. I mean, even like average people I've seen get completely like destroyed. just why not, you know? So yeah, anyway, that's my story for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you also tolerated my cats playing in the background. They're playing with this little ball right now, and they have completely chewed it up, so alright. Alright, bye, see you next time.